with Eddie Hearn. How are you, Eddie?
Very well, thanks for waiting for me. I understand you needed a new battery. And
I did indeed.
nipped out on your lunch break.
Yeah, fantastic.
So, nearly done your 40 minutes, you better get back soon.
I know, it better be a quick interview.
Exactly, yeah.
Brilliant, okay. So let's talk about the show. You know, you've got obviously Burns and Crolla. How's it going to go down for you?
It's a great fight, you know, two of probably the nicest guys in boxing. Two former world champions, of course. Ricky's a 3-weight world champion. Both been in unified world title fights. Both wear their heart on their sleeve. Both very excited about this fight, almost as excited as we are and the fans are. These guys are actually really excited about being in the fight. And you know, I think what it shows is there doesn't have to be a world title fight on the line. People just love two all-British greats going at it, and that's what you've got on October 7th.
How did you come up with the fight, obviously? Is it something that's been in the mix from the past?
Yeah, I mean, it's been probably talked about for 3 or 4 years at super featherweight, at lightweight, at light welterweight. So talked about for world championships when they didn't have world championships, and that's taken a long time, but I feel like it's at a good time now because both guys have everything to lose, and generally when you've got that dynamic in a fight, you know, you see the best of them because they've got plenty to fight for.
Okay, and obviously if it is the end for them, do you think they'll continue, or do you think it's better for
yeah, I mean, it depends really what level you want to box at. I mean, these guys have operated right at the high end of the sport. For the loser, they won't be able to operate at that end anymore. So, you know, it's all about really coming back and trying to regain a shot at the world title. That's what these guys want. And the loser won't be able to do that. So it's a long road back, and the winner can go on and still be in some huge fights.
Okay. And I think what's been mentioned as well is Terry Flanagan for the winner. Is that something that will come about?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Crolla's by far the biggest draw in Manchester. Terry Flanagan's got the belt, but like I said, you know, you need to put bums on seats, you need to create the money, and that's what Crolla does. So a Flanagan fight is appealing to us. He's got a mandatory, I think, against Badou Jack, which he's got a box. So, you know, Crolla can look to get the win. Obviously, Burns might want a shot at Flanagan as well. So we've got Luke Campbell fighting Jorge Linares at the end of September. Hopefully he can pull off a shot and get that world title. So plenty of options, but really it's all about October 7th and who can get the win.
Brilliant. And you've got some great other people on that bill. So tell me a little bit about
that.
Yeah,
we've got Sam Eggington, who, you know, is probably one of the most entertaining fighters in British boxing right now. He's defending his European title against Mohamed Mamoun. You've got Lewis Ritson challenging for the British title against Robbie Barrett. You've got the Olympians, Joshua Buatsi, making his first fight in Manchester. Josh Kelly, who looks like one of the rising stars in world boxing, he's on the card.
Have you got an opponent for him yet?
Not yet, no. We just agreed with Adam Booth to put him on the card last night, so we'll announce that, and he's looking great. You know, I think it's time for these Olympians to move on, start challenging for titles in the next 4 or 5 fights, and a good opportunity for them to be on a huge card.
Great. I mean, already, I know the boxing for the UK season is just about to start, but you're already hitting it off with a bang, aren't you?
Yeah, it's like everyone thinks that the summer is a time where everyone sort of goes on holiday.
I've got time
I have had a couple of days, but I'm still going to get a bit of sun. But I find that the best business is done during the summer period because you're preparing for the new season, and a lot of people take their eye off the ball. So it's a great time to come in and get things done. You know, we obviously made this fight, we've got another big fight announced over the next couple of days.
Yeah, of course, but I wanted to ask you about that because you said about that last night, didn't you? So, do you want to give me an exclusive?
I've told a few people, so it won't be an exclusive, but, you know, we've agreed terms for Nathan Cleverly to defend his world title against Badou Jack. We just need to make sure that things are boxed off with the WBA because Bevo is the mandatory, so as long as they're okay with everything, Cleverly will fight Jack on the Mayweather Mcgregor undercard on August the 26th. So another great fight. Obviously we've got.
I'm sure there's one more.
There's others happening. There's others happening. So you know, we can talk about those in the next few weeks. But there's a lot of big fights in the pipeline. And listen, I just want to congratulate the fighters who are willing to step up and be in these fights. You know, there's a lot of money to be made in boxing right now, but the fighters have got to be prepared to give the fans the fights and put bums on seats and give the broadcasters what they want. If they're prepared to do that, there's plenty of riches to be there for the fight.
What I want to mention as well, obviously the MayMac, it's a massive thing. I'm not going to get your prediction, we don't need to, but I want to talk to you about the Paulie Malignaggi situation. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a strange one. I can't really make up if it's put on, you know, or like they've said, let's say this and say that. It's a weird setup, but Paulie's a straight shooting guy and he doesn't seem very happy with it. I think McGregor's going to do his own thing. Don't forget, they're both from different sports, from different disciplines, so the way that you prepare in UFC and mixed martial arts is probably completely different to how you prepare in boxing. So Paulie's basically saying that, you know, this camp was ridiculous and
he's been on the
hotel
TV
was
shows
rubbish.
as well.
I saw that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but listen, it's another fun dynamic to the fight. In terms of the fight, I think Mayweather wins easy, but I just think it's a great event. You know, it's a huge event that everyone's going to be watching.
Wages on it just in case.
No, I just think that Floyd Mayweather stops him. I mean,
Oh, stop,
I think so. I mean, I know he's not a huge puncher, or not renowned for being a huge puncher, but you know, to go 12 rounds with Floyd Mayweather getting hit, it's not going to be easy for Conor McGregor. But he's unpredictable, and we'll see what happens.
The other thing I want to mention, obviously I'm always looking in the media myself, so I don't know if it's true or what you're going to say about this, but with Kell Brook, obviously he was caught on the aeroplane, on the ground.
Yeah, I mean,
when's he coming back?
I
What's
think he was
going
on a
with
stag do.
Okay.
You know, obviously it's very difficult for people in the limelight to enjoy themselves. Not saying that he, you know, everything that he did was in order or right, but he had been in camp for 16 weeks and he had just come off a defeat for a world. For a fact, was pretty down in the dumps and, you know, went on a stag do and probably had too much to drink. We're looking for Kell to get back in the ring in December. You know, I want to see him move up to 154 pounds.
Okay.
I don't want to see him at welterweight anymore, and I think it's too hard on his body. He still feels like he can make the weight, but you know, I think that he'll be a better fighter at 154. And you know, he took the last defeat pretty badly. You know, I think the Golovkin fight was really one against the head. If he lost, it didn't matter as much, and you know, he got a lot of credit coming out of that fight.
Yeah.
But to lose your belt in Sheffield, that hit him hard. So he's getting over that at the moment. I think he'll resume training in the next few weeks.
Okay. Anyone that on the lookout for him?
No, 154 is a hard division as well. You know, you've got Charlo twins, you've got Lara. It's a very tough division, as is welterweight, and probably not as many flagship names in light middle as welter. Maybe on Kell's mind, you know, but I just think come back at 154, fight a good world name, see how you feel, and then weigh up the options after that fight.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, that's it for me.
No problem.
Thank you very much, Eddie, as well.